But anyway, so here I am with Sharon Pill Soundman. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, well, I was just asking you then, you know what, how you came across Choi and what your experience was, and you were just saying you stumbled across it, kind of thing.
Yes, it was slightly by accident. I saw a class advertised in Kemp Town, which is just around the corner for me. So I went out of curiosity. It was quite a small class. And I think I was just immediately struck by, this is something that I could do. At 47, I didn't actually
realised.
Right. That's good. That works for me in the ego department, that's fine. But I just never realised, I never thought I could get this far in a martial art. And I suppose I do see it as a martial art, although I know that other people practice it for different reasons. And I think there's that flexibility that makes the classes such a joy, really, because you've got some people there who maybe come for the good exercise and the stretching. You've got other people who are martial artists and have maybe come with different martial arts experiences, and all people in between. I like the fact that I can progress in it, but I don't have to be super fit, I don't have to be super flexible, although my fitness and flexibility and health has, I do feel the benefits of doing that. But I think maybe compared with other types of martial arts, you don't have to be totally dedicated to it to achieve something. Because I'm not going, as much as I love coming to classes, it's not my life. But I feel like I can make, and I'm learning, and that's what I like about it as well. It helps. There's stuff to learn.
Great.
I'm pleased there's sorry, I can just keep talking.
I had about 15 questions going. Where's my notepad? But just rewinding a little bit, I'm curious about when you started. Were you looking for something, or were you on the lookout for something, or was it you saw?
It was, I wanted to do some exercise, really. And
have you done any exercise before?
Mainly, other things I've done with other sort of team sports, really. So I was quite a good hockey player one day. I've done some running more recently, but I wanted to do some exercise, but I knew I just wasn't a gym bunny. I just couldn't go down and work out in the gym. But I didn't. What I liked about the Choi is it had that element of kind of the workout and the martial arts type thing, which interested me. But it wasn't that. You weren't competing with people, so you didn't have to fight people, you didn't have to do certain things in a certain amount of time, or kick a certain height, or punch something hard enough, or whatever, and I really liked that lack of competitiveness, and maybe machismo, which I think you probably find in some martial arts.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, so and then you said that you mentioned you've noticed progress flexibility-wise, and where have you noticed progress?
Certainly in regards to flexibility, and that has encouraged me to attend some yoga, which I never thought I'd ever do in a million years.
I think I remember. You didn't say no, but I remember your face at certain times when I was kind of talking about it. It didn't look like it was exactly.
No.
So go on, how have you found that?
I just think you just notice it when you maybe haven't had a chance to practice well or attend a class. You think, just your movement is just a lot easier when you've been sort of stretching well, or coming to class regularly, or perhaps doing yoga. And I'm not the most flexible of people, but I can see how that has progressed for me, and also what that's meant for my Choi Kwang Do as well, which is
brilliant.
That's the reason I do it.
That's the whole reason. Well, there's two reasons. One because it's great for health, and it just complements Choi so nicely. It's the reason we brought it in.
And I've enjoyed the yoga classes. I got after the first couple, which is just too painful. And I think that exploded some myths. I think as well as just how much hard work yoga can be.
This is handy actually. So yoga isn't just about sitting around on a mat then.
No. I was certainly put through my paces by particularly the one evening class.
By
Catherine. Absolutely. She doesn't take any prisoners. And I like that. I like that being able to push, and I appreciate again it's maybe not a style that everyone warms to, perhaps, or again people might want different styles of yoga, I guess. But yes, I like just being pushed a little bit, which is good. And I was quite surprised about it. So yes, I didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I did.
One thing you didn't mention, although maybe it came under the heading of martial arts for you, self-defence. What were you? Was that something that was on your list? Something that appealed to you, or maybe looking for, or not too fussed?
I wasn't too fussed about that, but I think actually one of the things that has certainly, I think part of the enjoyment of Choi Kwang Do is it does seem to have some. How do you put this? It is something that hopefully you never have to use, but I can see that it could be used. So it's not a martial art just for the sake of martial art, being able to do a kick or smash a wooden block or whatever. And you could see that a practical application for it. Should you ever, hopefully you never would have to use it. But exactly. I think that's quite good, because it again means it's just not a martial art for we're fighting for sport, or we're fighting for competition or whatever, that we are learning something that may be helpful to either us or someone we're with.
Absolutely.
So and just that combination of things, so you can be doing those grab releases and things like that, which have some practical common sense to them, and hopefully we condition you to do some things that might keep you safe.
Sure.
You can't remember all of it.
Absolutely. So how's your confidence level? Has that done anything for you in terms of?
I would say I was fairly confident about it anyway. But it's always nice to know that maybe you've got a few things up your sleeve should you ever need them. And I think sometimes when you project a certain amount of confidence, I think that shows something. And I don't think you get picked on.
Matt, you beat me to it. I was just about to ask you, what do you think that confidence does for your ability to avoid a situation in the first place? You think it does?
I think you just come across a bit more confident. You hold yourself in a way that maybe shows that, hopefully friendly and relaxed and things, but it shows that you carry yourself well. And I think people just got a bit of a vibe, don't they? So I can handle myself.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't want to. But don't try.
All right, brilliant.
I think that's quite good.
Okay. So what have you surprised yourself in any way in terms of?
Yeah, I'd like to think that I'd sort of taken to it quite well. So on a personal level, I think that's but I think and also maybe just some of the, with some of the techniques, some of the power and stuff you can generate without really having to. Again, you can generate all that without being aggressive, or you're having to pump yourself up with that sort of thing that you maybe have to do in some other types of martial art or sporting, that sort of competition. And stuff. So yes, I have been. Sometimes when you fling a good punch or connect well with a kick, you think, I'm quite surprised I can do that. My partner's definitely surprised I could do that, having come to one of the gradings.
Yeah, I think I remember the look.
Rather soft, rather shocked. What was going on? But I think the instruction, I'm not just saying that for you, but for yourself, and obviously by
because there's a whole team.
And I think again it's that you've got people who want to help you and not, and they're the good practitioners themselves. They want to share that knowledge and not just show off. I think which you can get sometimes. Like, hey, I can do this on this belt and that sort. But there's a genuine will, I think, within all the people I've met here. If they know something, and obviously you tend to look to the more senior people especially when you first start. But just generally helpful, and people want you to do well and progress, and that's that lack of competitiveness as well. And I think that comes from the senior instructors from the school. It's that here to learn.
Absolutely, and of course you're part of that instructor team now as an assistant instructor.
Yes.
How's that been? Have you found that kind of extra little role?
At first I thought, well, I'm not really too sure whether or not I'd actually know enough myself at this point. Possibly now I think, well, especially if I'm starting off with someone who is fairly new, maybe it's their first or second class, I can look at maybe some of the styles or where they hold their hands or something. I think, oh no, I can tweak this a little bit. So I'm able to notice things, maybe at a fairly basic level still, I'd say, but and that shows me, I think, I've learned a few things along the way, and hopefully I can impart some of that in the same way that people help me when I first start, and that's at welcomingness, which is really important, I think, because it just makes everyone feel comfortable, and that's why we've got such a range of people in the school, I think. So.
Brilliant. Yeah, you can just talk, man. Can you?
Okay.
But I was thinking, what I should have done at the beginning would be nice to just kind of ask you about your background a little bit.